On the internet, there are terrifying videos of people who escape dangerous situations by just a matter of seconds, like in this video right here. And that's exactly what we're going to look at today. If you believe in miracles, drop a like. But if you think there are no miracles, just coincidences, leave a like too. And get ready, because the videos you're about to watch are going to blow your mind from start to finish.
Even from a distance, watching a building demolition isn't safe. Take this video, for example. A piece of debris from the building ricochets and almost hits a couple who was watching the whole thing. That was a close call. Let me know in the comments if you think that was a miracle or just luck. And hit that like button because this video definitely deserves it.
A runaway van crashed into a plaza, and the unthinkable happened. By a matter of millimeters and split seconds, a man sitting on a bench escaped. That's why it's so important to keep up with brake maintenance. Believe it or not, the woman was totally fine. Watch what happens next. The man lost his motorcycle, but he kept his most precious possession, his life. After watching these next videos, drop a like if you believe it was a miracle. That's why it's so important to follow train signs. We should always be extra cautious when approaching highways.
Nobody ever imagined sitting in a chair and having the floor simply open up underneath them.
A truck wheel broke off and flew straight toward the man, but his guardian angel was watching over him. And of course, if you believe in guardian angels, drop a like on this video. Watch what happens next. Do you realize that by just a matter of millimeters, this man probably would have never walked again? If I were him, right after that, I'd get down on my knees and give thanks. What happens next is unbelievable. The road simply collapsed just seconds before the man crossed it. If you've made it this far, you're clearly enjoying it, so drop a like on the video and get ready. The next clips are even more insane, and we're just getting started. Look how lucky this guy was. The bull was about to hit him dead on. After all, his back was turned, but for some reason the animal simply jumped right over him like he was an obstacle. Let me know in the comments what you think about that. This police officer barely escaped this situation. By just a matter of inches, the driver would have signed her own life sentence. This rider had bad luck losing balance on his bike, but was incredibly lucky right after when he wasn't hit by the motorcycle right behind him. Let me know in the comments if you think this is God or just luck. Riding at that speed is pure recklessness, but life decided to give this rider a second chance. This skateboarder escaped by a hair, literally. This person too saw their own end up close with their very own eyes, literally. The guardian angel was working full-time right at that moment. What unbelievable agility! It was a matter of millimeters. Another one who ignored the sign and had a close call. That's why it's important to have real friends by your side. It looks like the bridge actually waited for the man to cross before collapsing completely. Unbelievable! Keep watching because the most impressive videos are yet to come. And of course, if you've made it this far, you must be enjoying it. So drop a like and comment what you think. Look at this. The man was smart enough to realize the tree was snapping and managed to escape in time. Look at what these men just caught.
Yes, a swordfish, and this man's guardian angel made sure to redirect the fish so it wouldn't hit one of the fishermen head on. The truck's wheel suddenly broke off, and believe it or not, neither the man nor the car got so much as a scratch. Without a doubt, this is one of the luckiest men on the planet, because as soon as he stepped out of the laundromat, look at what happened. Comment down below if you believe this was a miracle from God or just luck. Believe it or not, the space left between the two trucks was exactly what the man needed to pass through with his vehicle. The wind was so strong that it tore the roof off, but luckily the people ran in time and escaped something worse. This delivery guy was in such a rush to deliver the food to the customer that he didn't even notice a train heading his way. Luckily, everything turned out fine. Look at this. By a matter of inches, this man wasn't hit by the power lines from the utility poles that snapped. Look at what's about to happen. This distracted man on the bike didn't notice what was happening right before his eyes, and the worst almost happened. There are situations that happen where religious people would say it was God, as was the case in this video. Comment down below what you thought of this situation and hit the like button if you believe. What's about to happen now is unbelievable. This man was simply born again. Tell me what you think happened in this video. Was it pure luck or the hand of God? If the power line had hit the motorcycle, something terrible could have happened, but a higher power prevented it from happening. This is one of those situations that makes you have faith in life. That's what I call paying attention to your surroundings. Even with the absence of light, the driver managed to react quickly and save himself. There are situations in life that are hard to explain. For some reason, the wheel lifted up right as it was about to roll over the man. Take a look from another angle. In this situation, the wheel seemed to be chasing the man, but he was smarter than it. For some reason, the truck stopped shortly before hitting the car, and everything turned out fine. He had the terrible idea of cutting down the tree without any safety precautions, but he had great reflexes and managed to escape. Look at what's about to happen. She realized something wasn't right because of the noises and managed to escape in time. Hit the like button because the next videos will impress you even more. Believe it or not, the animal slipped on the road, allowing it to escape the high-speed vehicle. A giant water reservoir collapsed due to strong winds, but the most incredible thing is that it fell where there were no people and barely even touched the car right next to it. Look at what's about to happen in this footage. She went to put the trash in the dumpster. She just didn't expect a large black bear to be inside. Luckily, she managed to run and escape from the animal.
The man had his back turned and didn't realize a large tree was about to snap in his direction. Luckily, he managed to run away in time.
The luck this truck driver had, some would say it was God. Just moments after he passes by in his truck, look at what happens. This is, without a doubt, one of the most unbelievable videos ever filmed. This happened in the United States. The people on board this plane realized the aircraft was malfunctioning, but staying remarkably calm, the pilot executed a magnificent emergency landing and everyone turned out fine. Without a doubt, this masterclass landing deserves your like. Take a look.
Right, can I have a phone? Phone.
Hit the like button. It takes less than a second, and it's the only tax the government doesn't charge yet. There were situations that are simply inexplicable. In this one, an iron bar unexpectedly flew toward the car, but what's even more impressive is that a higher power made the bar stop right at the windshield before hitting the driver. Given the speed the bar was traveling, anyone would have said this was impossible. In this clip, a wheel detached from a high-speed car and slammed right into the vehicle behind it. Leave a comment below with your thoughts on these situations and get ready, because the next ones are even more mind-blowing. Believe it or not, this tree didn't cause harm to anyone. Believe it or not, this man didn't get a single scratch. The driver of this bus definitely rethought the value of life after this day. This speaks for itself. This is absolutely unbelievable, but the truck driver managed to pull off a maneuver that avoided something terrible. This happened so fast you can't even see where the object came from, but what matters most is that miraculously the driver was totally fine. Despite the huge scare, those involved were mature enough to handle it with good humor.
You up there in age, but you still got it. You're like a YouTube video. Hey, take it easy, man. You too, man.
Despite how dramatic the scene was, the only damage was to the bikes and vehicles, thankfully. After watching this scene, it's unbelievable, but everyone turned out fine. Luckily, the man who was leaving had a gut feeling and hesitated just a moment before stepping out. Now that's what I call being lucky. A runaway wheel at high speed is something you never expect. In this shocking footage, a massive metal structure collapses right in the middle of a busy avenue, and by sheer luck, nobody was hit. This video is so unbelievable because it almost seems like the wall waited for the pedestrians to pass before collapsing. Incredible as it seems, everyone was completely fine, even if that feels hard to believe after such a fragile and shocking situation. These next videos show what happens when God decides to use the laws of physics and the perfect timing to save people. The police cruiser narrowly escaped by just a matter of seconds. Unbelievable. Admit it, you never would have guessed there was a man under this vehicle, and unbelievably, the car moved in such a way that it didn't harm a single hair on his head. This guy got lucky twice at the exact same time. First by dodging the falling sign, and then by escaping the vehicle coming straight at him. Would you trust your child in the hands of this professional trainer? This trucker deserves a Medal of Honor for those lightning-fast reflexes. This man was walking calmly through the city when a runaway car came heading straight toward him, but thanks to his sharp reflexes, he managed to escape unharmed. What's most interesting is that the owner of the vehicle got out of the car looking for the man, even though he was right there next to him, walking along calmly. This tourist was happy on her train trip and decided to stick her head out the window, which is when a train came from the opposite direction, and by a stroke of fate, she managed to pull her head back inside at the very last second. This video is super impressive. A skydiver is doing one of his routine jumps, but for some reason, his equipment fails and the lines wrap around his body, preventing him from deploying his reserve parachute. He goes hurtling toward the ground at an incredible speed, but at the very last second, he manages to deploy the reserve chute and escape this tense situation. See for yourself what's about to happen. This is another one of those unbelievable videos. But what's really unbelievable is this one, where for some reason a runaway wheel from a truck completely dodged two pedestrians who were on the street at that exact moment. Even the man couldn't believe what had just happened and the miracle that saved him.
Что это, ребята? Вот это каталка. Вот это я сел хорошо. Вот это мне повезло просто.
When your protection is up to date, a higher power will step in at the very last second. Often, your best piece of safety gear is pure luck. It's always a terrible idea to get this close to an animal like a crocodile. This man definitely hasn't processed the unbelievable divine luck he had. Incredible as it seems, this man had a gut feeling he needed to move his car, and just watch why. Some videos really need to be caught on camera for people to believe them, and that was definitely the case in this situation. This man was inches away from becoming part of that semi-truck. Elevators aren't 100% safe, which is why it's important to always stay alert. Imagine the absolute shock this trucker felt at this moment. I bet he started believing in miracles that day.
In situations where an airplane engine fails, the best thing to do is stay calm so you can keep control, even when everything seems completely out of control.
I don't think these men had any idea how much danger they were in right in front of a plane taking off. Struck by lightning is practically impossible, and this man found that out in the scariest way possible.
That's not good. We're going to be
That was a close one. One of those moments where a few seconds or a single step to the side changes everything. It's never a good idea to approach a wild grizzly bear. Trust me, she got lucky. It's basic common sense to check which way a large tree will fall before you start cutting it down. This happened in the UK. Driving along when a tree decides to fall on your car. Is it a matter of bad luck or good luck?
Oh my God!
This was without a doubt a reckless act carried out by people who aren't professionals. Now that's what I call luck. This lineup of videos you're about to see is insane. A total mix of good and bad luck at the exact same time. At the end, leave your thoughts in the comments. Do you believe in God, or do you think these situations are nothing more than pure luck? Believe it or not, the tent didn't hit anyone. A lightning strike can generate as much power as hundreds of power plants. That wasn't a good idea. There were dangerous sports like axe throwing. Just watch this. Now that is a true friend or a guardian angel in disguise. This man saw his entire life flash before his eyes when he slipped while climbing a mountain. This man stored some items in his car, and ironically, he ran back to grab a few more items, and that's when this happened. It's incredibly lucky for a structure to collapse in the middle of a busy avenue without hitting a single vehicle. This man almost threw his life away over a risky bike stunt. There are guardian angels disguised as ordinary people. Multiple drivers were saved that night. That's what I call escaping by just 1 second. That tire was feeling generous that day. These truck drivers were true heroes, managing to maneuver their trucks at the very last second.
Tranquilo, agárralo. Agárralo, agárralo. Vete para...
These tourists were incredibly lucky not to be hit by this giant whale, and this woman definitely chose the wrong river to go fishing, but in the end, she got very lucky. Whoa, that was a close one. These men were incredibly lucky to be so close to this crater that opened up in the middle of the street and still managed to escape unharmed. These next videos prove that seconds and mere millimeters can make all the difference.
If you've watched this far, it's because you liked it. So leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and don't miss these must-watch videos.